Welcome back to American Dream Garage. I'm sitting today on my 1980 Mercedes 450 SL R107. I did a video on it when I first got it, and it's going to be almost probably 10 months ago, where I was trying to decide whether to sell it or fix it up. Well, I've obviously decided to fix it up, and I'll do a walk around on it, but I would say the car had pretty solid bones. It sat for probably 6 to 8 years. I wanted to replace all the things that could potentially have deteriorated. So I started the back end, new fuel pumps, new fuel hoses, brake lines, replaced the rear calipers, new pads on the front calipers. They were fine. All the brake lines are new. Came up into the engine bay, and I mean, at that time also I was having trouble getting the brakes to actually work, and I had a failed brake booster, so I had to find one of those, which are not easy to find, as well as the vacuum hose and check valve that came across to it. So I got the brakes working, took it in to have it kind of tuned up and looked over. They did two things. They rebuilt the fuel injection block, and they rebuilt the air conditioning. So at the time I brought it back, not all the vents were working properly. The air conditioning was working, but the heat was not working. So if you know anything about these cars, they have a vacuum driven actuator that controls all the vents and the movement between, and the climate control and all those things. And they're a complicated mess. After playing around with it for quite a while, I found a electronic replacement from MedSource, and for $700 installed it, and I'll show that. I'm not totally happy with the install yet, but it works and functions fine. So we got that fixed. New wheels, tires on the car, new seat covers and floor mats, and then a lot of general cleaning. So anyway, I'll do a walk around on it. I will show it kind of going down the highway from the inside, and then I'll show you what it looked like before we started. Thank you. This is the replacement unit. It does still have some vacuum connections, but those are all good and solid. And I've got heat, and I've got air conditioning. Okay, we're going to go for a quick test drive. So in this video, I've showed you what I've done to this car. And you know, these cars don't demand a high price, so maybe I went a little bit overboard. But I tell you, when I start to work on a car, I want to make sure that it runs well. If I want to continue to drive it, I want to be able to get where I'm going. And so generally I have a tendency to want to fix most everything that I find. So cruising down the highway at, what is this? Get up to 65. Nice and smooth, hands off the wheel. Just under 3,000 RPMs. Worst case is I'll keep it as a part of my collection. But I think I've got a decent market number in the car now. So anyway, thanks for joining us in American Dream Garage.